INDEX-00519 concerns a 7-year-old border collie mix named Gus, owned by Linda Hargrove of Bend, Oregon. Mrs. Hargrove contacted a veterinary behavioral clinic in March of this year after noticing that Gus had developed what she called a habit. Every day at 4:17 in the afternoon, Gus would walk to a specific spot in the backyard, roughly 6 feet from the northeast corner of the fence, sit down, and remain motionless for exactly 90 seconds before standing and resuming normal activity. She described the behavior as cute at first. She used that word specifically, cute. The veterinary clinic referred the case to Oregon State University's Animal Behavior Department, who placed a monitoring camera in the Hargrove backyard in April. Over a period of 41 days, Gus performed the behavior 41 times. The timestamp on each recording showed 4:17 in the afternoon, not approximately. The dog sat down at 4:17 and 0 seconds each time. The variance across all 41 events was less than 300 milliseconds. A researcher noted in the file that this level of temporal precision is not consistent with circadian rhythm, feeding schedule, or conditioned response. It is not, as far as the department was aware, consistent with anything in the behavioral literature. The university filed no formal paper. The monitoring camera was not retrieved. See also INDEX-00312. The index opened this entry on June 2nd after a supplemental detail surfaced in the university's raw footage. On day 19 of the observation period, a Tuesday, Mrs. Hargrove can be seen in the background of the recording walking across the patio at 4:16. She pauses, checks her phone, and then continues into the house. Gus is not yet in position. He is lying on the opposite side of the yard near a water bowl. At 4:16 and 58 seconds, Mrs. Hargrove closes the sliding glass door behind her. At 4:17 and 0 seconds, Gus stands, walks to the spot, and sits. This is expected. What is not expected is that Mrs. Hargrove, visible through the kitchen window, sits down at the same moment. Her posture is identical to the dog's. Shoulders forward, head slightly raised, hands on her knees. She remains in this position for 90 seconds. She has no memory of doing this. She was shown the footage and described it as weird, but was unable to offer an explanation. I will be honest. Her face in that footage is not the face of someone sitting down to rest. The index sent a field assessor to the property on June 9th. Standard observational protocol. No contact with the subject or the owner. The assessor parked on the street adjacent to the backyard at 3:45 in the afternoon and recorded from inside the vehicle. At 4:17, Gus walked to the spot. He sat down. The assessor noted that the dog's shadow was consistent with the sun's position, the ambient noise was consistent with the neighborhood, and the behavior appeared unremarkable in every measurable respect. She then noted something she was not trained to note. A second dog was visible approximately 4 houses to the east in an unrelated backyard through a gap in the fence line. It sat down at the same time. She did not include this in her initial report. When asked why during the follow-up review, she said she did not think it was related. When asked a second time, she said she was not sure she had actually seen it. When shown her own handwritten field note confirming the observation, she asked to be reassigned. As of this recording, INDEX-00519 remains under observation. The behavior continues at 4:17 daily without interruption. The university monitoring camera is still active, though no one at Oregon State has accessed the feed since May. We accessed it. On the most recent available recording, dated 6 days ago, Gus walks to the spot at 4:17 and sits. He does not move for 90 seconds. This is consistent with all previous observations. What is not consistent is the yard. The fence is the same fence. The grass is the same grass, but Gus is casting 2 shadows. One falls to the west, which is correct for that time of day in that location. The other falls north. It is not the shadow of a dog. We have not yet determined what it is the shadow of. Mrs. Hargrove has not reported anything unusual. Gus is, by all accounts, a good dog.